Let's take a look at the starting lineup for you today. Bobby Labonte, second straight pole at Dover. And you know, Jeff Gordon going for the record fourth straight win here. Kyle Petty, the 1995 race winner, and Joe Nemechek, his last top 5 finish was here. Dave Marcus, first top 5 start since 1982. Dale Jarrett, he is always strong here. Mark Martin has finished in the top 5 the last 5 Winston Cup races, and David Green's first top 10 start in Winston Cup. Ward Burton, he was 7th here last September. Ernie Irvin, 4th in the 96 running of the Miller 500. There's Kenny Schrader. Last win was here back in 91. Bill Elliott, leader in 9 events at this Monster Mile. Ricky Rudd has 3 Dover wins. Hud Strickland of Calera, Alabama. Derek Cope, a 1990 winner here. There's Chad Little, who worked with us on our telecast yesterday of the NASCAR Busch Series race. Ted Musgrave and Rusty Wallace, he has 3 straight Dover wins on his resume. Ricky Craven, Brett Bodine, they're sharing row number 10. Terry Labonte and Jimmy Spencer, his first Winston Cup start was here back in '89. John Andretti and Michael Waltrip in his 23rd Dover start. Jeremy Mayfield and Sterling Marlin, he's finished 5th here at Dover a couple of times. Jeff Green having taken over from Robert Presley and Steve Grissom in row 14. 15th row, solid sophomore season. Johnny Benson, Rick Mast, 6th here last September. You've got the rest of the starting grid. Wally Dallenbach and veteran Dick Trickle. He had the pole here yesterday for the Busch Series race. Mike Wallison, Jeff Burton, Jeff Bodine, and Morgan Shepherd. Jeff won here back in 1986. Darrell Waltrip, a 2-time Dover winner, joining Bobby Hill, and he's staying in that 77 car until they find a replacement, but it won't be long-term any longer. Bobby Hamilton, Mike Skinner, Kenny Wallace, and Gary Bradbury. Row number 21 and shotgun on the field of the provisional is Dale Earnhardt, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet.
To the slippery part of the racetrack.
Well, folks, glad you're with us, and we are all setting in now for 500 miles, 500 laps. Following us, live drag racing from Heartland Park, Topeka, Kansas. So if you love motorsports, you're at the right spot on the dial for this June the 1st. Green flag is in the air. The Miller 500 is underway. Complete here at the Monster Mile, but there's something wrong with Ward Burton.
Car is decidedly off the pace. You see him there in the bottom of your screen. It's the number 22 car. Everybody is going by him. He's almost certainly going to pit this time around.
Ward Burton carrying the hopes of Pontiac here today. After a Pontiac win yesterday in the NASCAR Busch Series.
Trouble in turn
number 4, Sterling Marlin.
No yelling yet. No yelling.
What a stretch that team has had of late. They have not put out the caution.
Eli, you can see the left rear tire is flat on the 4 car as he comes around into the pits now.
Green's still out.
We'll show you another look at exactly what happened to Sterling Marlin in the corner. Already in trouble there, and you see around he goes. There goes the tire.
Yeah, you can see the tread part of the tire actually roll off. Eli, Kyle Petty has already moved into 2nd place while we were watching the lead car trying to put Earnhardt a lap down. Kyle Petty took over 2nd.
There you see Kyle in the 44.
Gordon's also not feeling great today. Jeff Gordon has also got the beginnings of the flu. Look at this. Look at this.
This is super. Not for the lead. Instead of that, it's Earnhardt trying to prevent going a lap down. Couldn't do it. Finally had to yield. Down around goes Bobby Labonte. Caution on the speedway.
Turn 2. Wave Sterling off. Wave Sterling off.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lap 29. Caution on the speedway.
Eli, Kyle touched him just a little bit on the left rear corner, and that triggered that accident.
And Earnhardt hustled but could not get back to the stripe before the race leader, Kyle Petty. Let's watch.
You see Kyle coming up on the inside there. He's running very, very fast. Right there, the nose of Kyle's car kind of goes up. Bobby comes down to get off the corner. Well, they just barely touch.
Sure they touched?
It looked like it. After looking at it real close, it looked like, yeah, it looked like they touched just a little bit. The angle we had.
We'll take another angle here. Let's see if this shows it better.
There, right there. He touched him right there just a little bit. Certainly unintentional, but hey, the end result is the same.
It's reminiscent of the ride Dick Trickle took to the wall yesterday in his Busch Grand National car.
And look at those guys there just splitting. We are back at Dover Downs in Delaware. You are in the garage. We're under caution. Ward Burton, who carries our onboard cameras today, has been involved in an accident at lap number 43 coming out of turn number 2. He, Gary Bradbury, who you see right there in the child support recovery entry. Let's take a look at what happened off the corner, guys. Already Bradbury's there, broken loose there on the left of your screen.
Dick Trickle in the 90.
Trickle, yeah, in the 90 there.
Andretti.
Green going through the middle there.
Chad Little gets through it just fine.
Mike Skinner went through there running about 100 miles an hour and made it all the way through.
This is one of the easiest places to get in trouble at Dover. They are on the gas hard coming off that second corner. Whoa! And when it starts to go, she's gone. There's no saving it once it gets that far sideways, buddy.
Getting set to go back to green, and Ernie Irvin's back on pit road. Buddy, let's take a look at what happened there.
Well, as they start out of pit road, you see Ernie Irvin on the left-hand side of your screen there. This is Dale Jarrett right here. I'll clear that, and I'll show you right as they move along here. They hit right there, and that's why they're working on the left front corner of the 28 car of Ernie Irvin.
Matt, how significant was that damage on Ernie's car?
Eli, they pulled out the Roush roller. They rolled the wheel well opening. There was, there was a little bit of damage to the left front fender, have you? But they don't think it's going to be anything major. Nothing major suspension problems. Glenn Jarrett.
Well, there is a little bit of damage on the right rear corner of Dale Jarrett's car. It doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. So I think once it settles in, it may be a little more to his liking. Ray says they just keep adjusting on it every opportunity. Hopefully, eventually, that they'll get it right.
Up in the wall right there goes Brett Bodine. The close calls car has a close call with the wall.
You can see the right side of the tires are rubbing the fenders there. That's the smoke you see coming out of the back of the 11 car of Brett Bodine.
No caution. We are staying under green. Rodney Wise has not shown the yellow. Brett's coming towards the pit lane to the attention of Donnie Richardson in the crew.
Oh, Steve Grissom in the front straightaway.
He spins down the main stretch. Catches the wall inside and outside, and we are under caution. Steve Grissom, lap 225, bringing out this caution. Let's watch here. Already off the outside wall.
Eli was looking directly at him. He come off the corner, got a little bit too high, hit the outside wall, come across the racetrack, spun down into the inside wall, really hit hard on both sides. There comes Gordon trying to get the inside on Dale Jarrett as they hit through the middle of turns 1 and 2. I just don't think he can make the pass on Dale Jarrett. He's so strong, Eli.
Now let's see if you're right. Tries to outdive him into the corner, so it seems.
Oh, there's
Bodine.
Oh!
Hard hit. 90 is Trickle, 77 is Hillen. Oh, brother. Some hard hits. Caution, needless to say, lap 239. Bill Elliott came down pit road to avoid there. There you see Jeff.
See Jeff Bodine moving around. That's good to see after being hurt in Charlotte in a wreck in practice there.
To start it all. Let's watch. There's Jeff.
Well, you see Jeff up against the wall there. Apparently, he cannot hold the car up there. It's broken the steering. He starts down. You see the car just trickling down. Wow, Dick Trickle hits him and then comes along Bobby Hill and really smacks into Dick Trickle. I mean, that was severe hit. That's the whole right front off of Dick Trickle's car coming down the racetrack there.
Nemechek ran over a good bit of debris, too, as we watch it again. He'll be late on the incident, but Nemechek runs over a bunch of stuff.
Oh, hard hit. Trickle almost got that thing over. He hit so hard. Look at all the debris bouncing around on the racetrack. Get an in-car look at this.
Yeah, now watch this. The camera's going to take a hit here and go to black for a second, but then it's going to come back. So just hang with this here.
Wow.
Bill Elliott, I told you he went down pit road. That's what he made his move right there.
Mark Kuchin from TNN, that's why I'm up here. I do not ever want to see that again in real.
I bet. We are at 243 laps, 7 miles shy of halfway. First off, Morgan Shepherd. Let's ride with him and see what happened.
Whoa. Just pushed right up in there, buddy.
What he did, drove it down in there, and the right front went flat. He had no way of turning that car. He went straight up and hit the outside wall.
Now watch the left-hand corner of your screen here. First you had Johnny Benson coming off pit road. He and Steve Grissom got together. Now Earnhardt and Rick Mast get together on pit road. All of that just moments ago. And remember, Rusty Wallace is in the garage area too. Welcome back to Dover Downs, folks. You're not going to believe what has just happened. Look at the damage to Jarrett. Gordon was involved. Kenny Wallace has been involved. Also, John Andretti was involved. We'll take a look at what happened out of turn number 2. First one to spin is the 98, Andretti.
Skinner makes a little contact there on the back of the 98 of Andretti. You see him starting around. The back's gone now. He's along for the ride. Back behind him.
Kenny Wallace is spinning now behind them out of your screen. And you'll see what happens when Jarrett and Gordon get together. There's Andretti. Now let's go to the Jarrett and Gordon. This is battling to the caution.
Jarrett sees it. Gordon does not. Gets in the back of the 88. You can see Jarrett going around. Jeff Gordon down on the flat part and around by Jarrett.
Glenn Jarrett, how much is the damage there?
Well, it's pretty severe on the front end of Jeff's car, guys. The whole nose is caved in, the right front fender pushed up. Dale Jarrett got tires and went on by. Jeff is still in the pit. Now let's go to Matt. He saw what happened to the 88. Substantial damage on the nose of the 24.
Glenn, just superficial damage to Dale Jarrett's car. Right behind the left rear tire, they had to push in the panel. Also, the rear fascia was punted in from Jeff Gordon's car. They just made a little bit of an adjustment on the air pressure, and he was down and away.
Really is unbelievable. We'll take a look at the amount of damage. Glenn Jarrett.
Okay, guys, they're going to bring Jeff back in. They're going to have to change the radiator. It looks like he's pushed most of the water out of the car, so they're definitely going to change the radiator. They're getting that ready right now. In fact, they had it ready.
Back in towards the radiator.
So if you're keeping stats at home, laps 451 through 453 led by Jeff Gordon. Jarrett reassumes the lead at lap 454. So that's how it runs right now, with Ricky Rudd second, Irvin third, Burton, and then Martin. That's your top 5. Let's go back to John Andretti's car and see what we can see. This is what triggered the whole deal.
John Andretti coming out of the second corner. Skinner's on the bottom of him, and all of a sudden contact, and there goes John Andretti trying to hang on. It won't work. Boom, he hits the wall. And then behind him, more disaster.
I don't think they can do it. Well, they're not going to change the radiator right now. What they're doing is putting water in it. The water temperature is not all that bad. They're trying to see how much he's lost. I see a little steam coming out of it now. And yeah, it's starting to steam up pretty good, but they're going to send him back out there. They're going to try to finish the thing and see if it can keep the water in it. The one thing this will do, though, if it's pushing water out and there's a big puddle on pit road,
no, he's going to the garage.
Okay, there they go to the garage.
And listen to the crowd. Just listen to the crowd. Jeff Gordon.
Eli, that's just like in Demolition Derby. You hit with the back of the car. Jarrett's able to go right on. I don't think he has any damage whatsoever that'll hurt him to continue on.
5 races that Gordon won, 9 Fords would have won, 1 Chevy and 1 Pontiac.
Look how the points are stacking up at this very second of the day.
Yeah, but Gordon's still in the pits.
Yeah, so that's why we stress right now, but there's a lot that can still happen.
Ernie Irvin just took second place away, and here comes Ward Burton under Ricky Rudd as they come down the front straightaway, Eli.
And if Jeff Burton can stay there to Rudd's inside, he's got the spot. So Irvin second, Jeff Burton third, Ricky Rudd fourth, Mark Martin now fifth. Then Kyle Petty, he's in sixth, and Mayfield seventh. And there goes Rudd.
Great racing.
Super racing on the track and in the garage. There's as much tension there. Glenn Jarrett watching that Jeff Gordon radiator change.
They're just about completed with the change, Eli. They're putting the water back in the new radiator. It's in. Look at the old radiator. That's the hole that it must have been.
Jarrett in trouble.
Jarrett has a problem. I don't know if he's blown up or what. Jarrett has a problem. Ernie Irvin is now the leader.
Eli, smoke started just as he started off turn 2 over there.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Yet another DNF at Dover for Dale Jarrett. What a heartbreaker. Dale Jarrett led the most laps, dominated this event. Matt, what's happened?
Well, Dale Jarrett is on his way down pit road. Guys, an interesting fact, if you look back the past 6 races dating back to Bristol, a Yates motor has blown up in 5 races. They are seemingly having a little bit of trouble, and we're on the way back to the garage to talk to Dale Jarrett.
Here's what happened.
See the smoke start coming out. It got under the rear wheels. He did a very good job of keeping that car straight. Too bad for Dale Jarrett.
Now, here's the battle for the lead. Irvin, Rudd, and Jeff Burton.
And the question is, will Irvin's motor hold up? Same shop, same situation, same pieces and parts.
And he really doesn't want to. Pretty dejected.
Meanwhile, here's the scramble for the second spot ongoing.
Ward Burton fighting very hard. Ricky Rudd does not want him by. Mark Martin's in there very tight now also.
Look at those points right there. Jarrett would fall out of those top 3.
Ernie Irvin's got to be looking in the mirror going, go ahead and race that hard. I'm moving away.
I bet he's watching the gauges too.
There he is. And there's the interval.
In about 10 laps, he has a half a straightaway lead, Eli.
Run up high, Burton downstairs.
Jeff Burton wiggles there right off the corner. Mark Martin in the 4th spot.
Oh, there goes the 28 car.
28 car. 28 is in the wall. Holy cow. Ricky Rudd is the race leader now as he gets by. Burton is in second. There's your race leader. Ernie was in the wall, lap number 471.
Eli, I thought my eyes were playing tricks. I looked up and he was going round and round, going into turn 1. He lost it and backed it up into the wall.
And coming off turn 4.
Here it is.
Going down into turn 1, right here. Look at the back. It starts around right there. You can tell he's in big trouble. Watch him hit the wall here.
Man, Matt, what are you hearing?
Well, Ernie told the crew that he thinks as he entered turn 3, he ran into some oil. He said it just got right out from underneath him. He had nothing he could do. He was just a passenger at that point.
He has the accident in view, and then watch how close Jeff comes to getting in this.
Okay, you'll see smoke right up against the wall there. There comes Ernie Irvin down the racetrack. Look at Jeff go right under him.
Like everywhere Jeff went, Ernie's car just kept following him.
Down, so his job now to get by that number 10 of Ricky Rudd.
Well, it looks like Schrader's going to make the move down going into turn 1. He didn't quite make it, but he's trying to get by. As you can see, the one that could really get a break out of this is the 6 car, Mark Martin, as they go down the back straightaway.
Here goes Burton now. My goodness, they're going to block. They have both left Kyle Petty behind. Martin and Burton have.
Looked like they were going to go 3 wide there for a second, coming off that turn, which you cannot successfully do here at Dover. Schrader still trying to get that spot.
It's not going to be a full moon tonight, is it?
The real question here, you see, Mark Martin chose to go to the bottom. Now he's going to the bottom side of Schrader, going into turn 3 there.
Kenny's going to let him go now. Back to the corner they go. Inside of 5 miles remaining. Burton 3rd, Mayfield 4th, Kyle Petty 5th. Those are the only teams on the lead lap.
Ricky must have heard us because he has changed his line. Now he's running very fast in 3 and 4.
Rudd's best finish of the year. It's going to be Kyle Petty's best finish of the year. Mayfield's best finish of the year, if they can all hang on to where they are right now.
And if you folks are just joining us, you won't even believe what you've finished, what you've missed seeing.
This has been a race that has been just incredible, and it is beginning to sprinkle just now. NASCAR knows how to run a race, don't they? Get right to the very tail end. Hold the rein off for the very tail end.
Eli, you can see the pot of gold right now. They're right down to the end of this race. Can Ricky Rudd hold him off?
Those of you tuning in for NHRA Winston Drag Racing, that'll be coming up next from Heartland Park, Topeka. Mark Martin's not finished. 2 to go. 2 laps to go.
Oh, boy.
They're down right on the bottom of the racetrack. You see Ricky trying to run where Mark is really fast. Whoa, it's loose.
Remember, he got a run coming off that turn.
Jeff Burton is third, remember, in case the front 2 go away. Coming to the white flag from Rodney Wise. White is in the air.
Traffic is in front of them.
Inside of Steve Grissom.
I don't think lap traffic is going to play a part here. Hutch Strickland's just ahead of him, but he's running pretty good, and they head off into turn 3.
There's 3rd and 4th. But now for the win. Couple of clean racers battling for the win. Ricky Rudd has picked it up. Ricky Rudd wins at Dover Downs, Delaware. And Ricky has now recorded at least 1 win in each of the last 15 years.
And 4 times here on concrete. You said he'd never won on concrete. He did it all today. He did.
Ricky Rudd. We'll be talking with him as soon as we get to victory. Driver owner Ricky Rudd from RPM, Rudd Performance Motorsports. Bill Broderick of Unocal is there. Glenn Jarrett, quite a finish, huh?
Oh, absolutely, Eli. And as you were saying, sometimes Ricky's coming out right now, and he gets the accolades and the cheers. Sometimes victory doesn't go always to the fastest car during the race, just the guy who is fastest at the very end. Getting congratulations from his crew here right now. And